came from the corners where the real ones talk. Now we bring that energy every time we spark. From the mic to the cam, let the whole thing breathe. Boom, back drums while the whole crew leg. Live in the moment, we call it how it is. Culture, music, bars. This the way we live. Real talk only, never watered down. Every episode heavy when we hit the town. TV, TV, TV. From the roots of the city to the world we reach. Every line got grit, every word got heat. Street born vibe, with a worldwide beat. Wop, wop, up. Lights on, host in the zone. Let the bass line ride. Crowd up, hands high, let the whole thing vibe. Talk, talk, talk that. Let the people all see. What the fuck TV? Bring the culture to the beat.
Yo, what up, fellas? What up?
What up?
Up? What's going on?
What's up?
Chilling. I guess to start off, it's gonna start a little bit different. So I'm gonna apologize to the people coming in, watching. Here on this podcast, we really don't take sides. We really don't talk about politics, but what's been happening to a neighbor country, I would say a neighbor because they're still neighbors. I don't really care, you know what I mean? The stuff that's going on, it's something that we got to talk about today. You know what I mean? I'm gonna start off because y'all know my personality. I'm gonna start off with a joke. So, and it's not really a joke. I know that Venezuela didn't go to the World Cup, right?
Yeah.
They got eliminated, right?
Yeah.
But and this is all over the social media and stuff like that. This girl was like, "Yo, Venezuela didn't make it to the World Cup, but the World Cup made it to Venezuela."
Oh, damn.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The stuff that's going on there, bro, it's disgusting, number one. It's repulsive, and I don't feel that government or any government at this point is doing their job to resolve the issues.
So it's more geared. You're talking about more geared towards the actual the government itself, not necessarily
the government. That Delcy Rodriguez, the acting president, she's no president. She's not. Let me tell you something. Here in the States, we've even had presidents that us playing around, we call them puppets. She's not even a puppet.
Right.
She is a piece of garbage. She should have been in one of those buildings that went tumbling down. Diosdado Cabello should have been in one of those buildings. The other guy, the one with the you're sensing?
No, continue. I interrupted you. Go ahead.
The guy with the glasses, he should have been in the building. Those three. You know what I mean? That's like Maduro's right hand and ass kisses. You get what I'm saying? Bro, go. I'm going to let you talk because I know you want to say your point right now.
Nah, I'm just saying that I'm more concerned with the stuff that's going on with the obviously I can't, as a Dominican, I don't want to pretend and act like I know more than Venezuelans what's going on over there, but it certainly isn't certainly sad to see what those families and the community is experiencing over there. Even famous people, man. I've been seeing a bunch of famous people. I don't know if you guys remember that show. I'm gonna go a little Spanglish with it. You guys remember that show, Bienvenidos? That they gave it on Univision a lot.
Yeah.
One of the actress ladies that was on that, she died, and her whole, like, a bunch of people in her family. I was like, my goodness.
Oh,
bro.
So again, not getting. I'm not saying I got my opinions about the politics side of Venezuela, but just such a sad moment, or what an experience it must be for those uh, people over there losing family members, and it's just sad, man. Just
Yeah,
overall
I
but
mean,
sad.
for me, if we go on politics, man, uh, uh, politics just ruins everything. Now, as per the humanitarian side of things, I think, if we can help, we help the people
okay,
because
how you gonna help the people right now?
it,
How you gonna help the
send
people?
send aid.
Send aid. Okay,
Yeah,
I wish it was that good. It was that nice, bro. You know
it-
what people
don't
are doing in Venezuela right now?
do listen. Do we not know how it works? Do we not know how all this shit works? I'm saying as a
Corrupt. You're talking
people.
about the corruption, right?
No, no, no. I'm talking about right now. I'm talking about the humanitarian side of things.
Things are
The
not getting.
corruption when it comes to
No, no,
with
no.
that.
I'm talking about other Latin American nations sending aid to help the people of
Oh,
Venezuela.
like physical people.
Yes, that's what I'm
Oh,
talking about.
okay, okay, okay,
Not now,
okay.
when it comes to the government, as
Mm-hmm,
per what I've been told from somebody who lived there through Chavez and a little bit of Maduro.
Uh huh.
mm-hmm.
Yes, politically, the people need to take over. The
Well,
people there need to start their revolution to get those who are towing the company line, those same people that you talked about. Oh, you're towing the company line and you're doing the same thing the last guy was doing. You're not bringing change. You're not helping the people.
yeah. Okay.
Mm.
Let me hit a point that you said. You're like, yo, what we gotta do is, they gotta get aid. Do you know what happened when most of the countries got there?
Well, let me
What?
They
guess.
they were
They took,
stopped.
yeah,
Diosdado Cabello, that piece of shit,
yeah.
he stopped them.
Hmm.
I did
Do
see a
you
video.
do
I
you
did
know
see a
that
video.
they're stopping people to check their documentation because they think they're
Yeah,
American spies?
yeah, yeah,
Oh, I see it. I saw something like that. I
Do you
did.
know as of
yeah.
yesterday, 10,000 body bags were ordered?
Hmm.
Damn, bro, that's crazy.
Yeah,
Do
and they're
you
gonna
know
find
as
more.
do you know as of today, day 7,
Hmm.
there's still people screaming from the buildings, but the
That's
government
crazy.
Yeah,
doesn't allow the the vehicles to get there so they
yeah.
can help bring out people. You know who's taking out the people from there? The people themselves,
Hmm.
That's
Yeah,
because
sad,
they're
man.
stopping everybody.
yes. I spoke to a friend of mine, good buddy of mine. I hit him up. He's from Venezuela. He grew up
That's
there.
sad, man.
He grew up there, and he told me how they knew exactly what was coming,
Yeah,
especially when Chavez got sick.
yeah.
What
And
you mean that? What you mean that they knew it was coming? You mean with the next regime
politically,
that took
Yes,
yes,
over?
but
politically. Anyway,
let
what he
let's not
told
go
me.
backwards.
Okay,
Let's
okay,
talk
yeah,
about
yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
now.
Yeah, he told me that right now, because I asked him about his parents. You know what I'm saying? And he was like, "They're good. Their building held up, but the devastation around them, it is it is unthinkable. And it is that the people are digging each other out because of the bullshit.
Bro, you
There's no other way
you
of putting it,
I I wish
Right, right.
I yeah, only knew how bad it was, bro. The
bro.
own police over there, their own military people, they're going into these buildings. Okay, number one, they're exiting them out. And they're exiting the building out like, yo, this was already reviewed.
Mhm.
But they're going back because there's money in some of these buildings. The
Yeah,
people are
of
stopping
course.
them, and
Damn.
they have money in their pockets, and they're ripping up the $100 bills, bro.
Yeah,
I saw that.
of
I saw
course.
some videos. I did see that.
Again,
That's wild, man.
on the humanitarian side, yo, you just got to help your fellow human. I'm sorry,
You know what?
especially through that. But politically, and politically, come on, man.
The problem is corruption is running so rampant over there that it reminds me of when Puerto Rico had that. I think it was Hurricane Maria or something like that.
Yeah, but everybody still went to help and stuff like that. Like what's going on?
But there were tons of trucks on the porch that never delivered water and goods to the people because of government corruption.
Because the United
States. So that's what I'm trying to say.
The U.S. and the Jones Act. Same thing happened with Katrina, New Orleans, and all that area. The Jones Act, but for Venezuela right now, what they're going through, you're still gonna stop the aid that is willingly coming to you from other Latin American nations, independent nations that are willing to say,
including DR. Including DR.
We are here to help. It ain't about that. It's about human life,
bro.
It's sickening.
President Bukele opened up the borders so they could go to his country without needing any papers whatsoever.
Really?
And he said, "Y'all welcome, but I'm not talking to y'all government no more. No more." Yo, I'm gonna start a hashtag. I know it's in Spanish, but let's start our own hashtag. If y'all could put
hashtag
Delcy get out.
I've been listen to me. I'm especially in this forum. We try not to get too political, but I've been trying to say from the jump street when everybody was celebrating Maduro got not taken out, but got removed. His inner circle got taken out. But you leave these clowns who are basically a more educated, same thing from before. What are you expecting, bro?
Is that when it's hilarious when you hear them talk about change. And then when
change?
No, that's what I'm saying. Then once they get there, what change? What changes? It's the same thing, or maybe even worse. And that's what we're seeing.
And you feel bad. Sorry, go ahead. Finish what you're saying.
And we're seeing the poison that comes from not giving the people the change that they're looking for.
Right.
You are seriously turning your back on your own people. But then again, this is what is done.
Yeah.
And it's, again, disgusting. Deplorable.
Deplorable.
Yes.
I haven't even heard that word. I'm gonna have to Google that. You know what I mean? But let me put this video up. It is real because it was in a group that my girl's in. Somebody had this, so they made this.
Oh my God.
Those are bodies, bro.
Yeah.
That were probably sitting there for quite a while before somebody got to them.
Yeah.
Oh man, I can't see stuff like that, man. Support a hand. And in a big city too, because if we're talking about like a town or something,
this is the capital,
you're talking about the capital, bro.
Caracas, my boys from Caracas. Yo.
Eso es lo que estamos tratando de hacer, ¿eh? ¿Qué quieres?
Wow, man, qué tristeza.
Y ya te está haciendo eso, ¿oíste?
These are guys risking their life.
Lo único que tienes atrapado es la mano o tienes las piernas también atrapadas.
So none of these are real engineers who have the professional.
People from all over the world. There's some professionals, but people.
Puedes mover la cabeza, tienes espacio hacia tus lados.
You can tell the guy talking, he's trained, but everybody else there is gonna be the neighbor. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
Damn.
Oh, my bad.
Echo was just. Oh, there he is.
Yeah.
What up, Echo?
Yo, what's going on, peoples?
Chilling,
brother. How you feeling?
Chilling, man. How you doing?
Man, can't complain. You know, chilling.
How was vacation?
You know what I mean?
Vacation was awesome, man. It's, as long as the kid had fun, that's all we wanted. And he did have a lot of fun. All we
Nice.
did is pretty
So
much drink and eat, man.
nice.
Hey.
We're having a conversation here about the current
Situation in
events
Venezuela.
situation in Venezuela, and we were watching some images and stuff. It's just sad
You know what I mean?
how that country is dealing with so much right now. You know,
Bro,
Yeah.
there's one thing that happened, I think, is the day before yesterday. There was a baby crying, and they didn't want to hit up that building to save the baby because they were removing dead bodies. So
good
you're
Lord.
telling me that life was less important than those dead bodies? You
That's
get what I'm
hard.
Yeah,
saying?
man.
It's hard. It's hard, man. It's hard either way. It's hard because, like, what do you do? Like, who do you save? What do you do? I don't know.
Bro, the people have had it. They're standing up to the military and everything at this point.
Yeah, I see the video of that too.
You know what I
have
mean?
the
Uh-huh.
no, it's you have to, man. The people need to be heard.
But it's
They need to,
hard.
but
It's hard
of course,
because
we know that
it's been installed in
so
them, instilled in them
for
for
years.
generations. You get what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
no, that's
And
yeah,
it's
man.
already a way of life. Like that mentality is gonna leave like 3 or 4 generations down from now,
Right, right.
even if they take out the regime.
Yeah,
The next
yeah,
person is gonna do the same thing
yeah,
or try to do the same thing just in a different way, in a nicer way. You get what I'm saying?
yeah.
But this Delcy character from the Muppets or wherever she came from,
The
you know what I
frag,
mean?
no, yeah,
The
the
Fraggle,
Muppets,
Fraggle Rocks or whatever.
Fraggle Rocks.
I mean, I think she's more like Alf. You know what I mean? But she needs to be held accountable for what's going on.
Well, every dog has his day. I just say this. It was tough for me to watch my friends, my Venezuelan friends, celebrating such a joyous occasion for them. But then you look and you go, do you realize what's still sitting over there? You realize that all they did was just take the one mask off, and you've got 4 more masks under them that are just as worse, if not even more. So
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
but
who you got running that country right now.
that,
Unfortunately, you got a bunch of idiots running it, corrupt individuals who care more about the almighty dollar
yeah,
or
but what dollars
protecting
right now?
whatever.
Right now, it's at a standstill, bro. Is at a standstill, and I know you and I had talked before. You know what I mean? We were, I think, around when that happened, we were having a personal conversation, and exactly what we were talking about is actually happening. Now they're wanting the U.S. to get out.
Doesn't make
Before
sense.
it was, oh, U.S. come in, you got to help us, to take out this regime, whatever. And now it's get out because this. I'm a respectfully, President Trump, but you're an asshole. How the hell you gonna say, yo, we got oil and people are dancing in the street when that's not the case? That's a that's an idiot move. That's an idiot move. So I I'm not even gonna have your back on that one. You were
is
an idiot,
is
I,
that if you
I hope
thought you
hold on. I hope his PR team has some damage control and stuff like that, because the
PR
Venezuelan
team.
people, all they hear is, "We got the oil. We're
Mhm.
saving millions. We're saving millions." You know what I mean? And Venezuela has never made more money in their life. That was the wrong thing to say. He's an asshole for that. Respectfully, Mr. Trump. That's why you weren't wanted in Madison Square Garden either. You get what I'm saying? But
That's why we
you
didn't
know,
sweep. Damn it.
yeah, exactly. But the Venezuelan people are now seeing what happens when the U.S. goes in. You get what
is
I'm saying?
that
Oh, you mean they pillage their communities and then leave them
Yeah,
in
yeah,
ruins like they've
yeah.
done all over the world historically?
Yes, but however, I gotta give the U.S. props because one of the first nations there with help was the U.S. and they did bring a lot of stuff with them. So it wasn't just like they brought heavy machinery and everything. You know what I mean? So
Well,
shout outs to them like that. You know what I mean? The Red Cross from Venezuela, worthless piece of shit. You get what I'm saying? Right now, people that are donating things are having to scratch it with a marker in black, so the government's people don't go and resell those items. That's how bad this crap
damn.
is.
Yeah.
So they're basically taking all the goods and reselling them.
Yeah,
Damn.
on the black market. You get what I'm saying? How are you going to let that happen to your people?
Simple. It's been going on, like you said, for years.
For years.
It's
Yeah, but
nothing new.
they've
And
never had a earth. I'm not talking about regular, that.
no. I'm
people
talking about
died on the clock. I'm
the
talking about this type of devastation. At one
oh
point,
no
it was 51,000 people unaccounted for. Now it's down to 40,000
Mm-hmm.
unaccounted people, and
How'd it
they've
go from?
only no, because some people
Unaccounted. I'm sorry, I misunderstood.
unaccounted.
Okay, I got
You know what I
you.
mean? And I forgot what the death toll is. I think it's almost at 2,000 people, but that's because they haven't gone in further.
Yeah, they haven't counted everybody.
Bro, they don't even supply gas to fill up these heavy machines so they could go in and try to pick up the debris and move. People are doing it with their
Try to
hands.
rescue people. Wow.
I'm telling you.
Dude, I saw some crazy videos with people, buildings falling, and I'm like, geez, man.
I mean, if you think the U.S. was going in there to liberate Venezuela, you're bugging. The only thing they wanted to liberate was that oil.
Was that petroleum?
Yeah, but we're okay. We know about the oil. Let's not go
Okay.
there. I want
Now, the fact is that government has been this way for years.
Yes, we know that. What happens next? That's what I want to talk about. What happens next?
What happens next? Nothing.
Happens next because
honestly, it depends on the people of Venezuela. It depends on them.
What they're gonna do? Stand up to what?
We can't.
They got
do
resources
nothing for them.
to.
Yo, misunderstood. Are we really having this conversation? You're gonna compare whatever Latin America to the U.S.,
bro? Do you understand? So you're expecting an outside regime to go in and change everything. Hello, they just took their leader. What changed? Absolutely not a damn thing.
And you think he was the leader, bro?
Of course he's not the leader.
Okay. Do you know the leader's still on TV? You can still catch him on TV?
Oh, gee. Of course.
Sure.
Okay.
Of course.
Okay.
Do you understand? Okay, listen.
You know the
gentleman I know.
right
Listen,
here?
the gentleman I know from Venezuela grew up. He's about 10 years older than I am. He grew up there as a young boy, as a teenager. He said Chavez was a dictator. Yes. But they knew if Chavez left, the next guy coming in, Maduro, was going to be a problem because of the regime. And that regime is still there. You see the dude with the glasses?
That's not the leader. It's
No.
That's the leader.
No. He's one of those. He is one of those assholes. Yeah. He's one of them that is towing that same bullshit. This is what I've been told by a person who grew up there and came here, and he says, yes, we can use the help to topple the regime. But the people of Venezuela, the people at that nation, they can't. They have to unite.
Oh, the last time they united and they try to go out to the streets, don't you know what happened? It was the 90s or 2000s, something like that. They went out to the streets. They were getting rolled over by the
tanks.
The tanks.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yep. Do you know right now? Have you? Okay, in those videos, how much young people have you seen?
Not many.
Because they're all out. This was the
Yeah.
biggest exodus, I think, since
Yes.
the Bible days. You get what I'm saying?
Oh, you and I had spoken
Yeah.
about it. That a lot of the youth left the country,
Yeah.
the Chavez regime. So it's just a bunch of old people who are just dealing with whatever is being thrown at them.
Exactly.
So there's not a lot of young people living.
And
So
again,
who's going to fight? Who's going to stand up? Come on, Mr. Just Understood.
The
Not
people.
for nothing, but if you don't come with a good answer, bro.
So what's a good answer? What's a good answer? No. You're asking the question. I'm telling you the basics. Any revolution that gets started with the people, for the people, by the people, can make change. And if you're not willing to understand that, don't ask the question. Don't ask the question.
It would
Don't
be
ask
different.
questions, Chief.
It would be different if they had people like us. But what's a 70-year-old gonna do?
Nothing.
They're gonna pick up a shovel.
Exactly.
So
Right now,
that's why I'm saying my question is come up with a better answer. Who steps in? Who has to step in? Who has to step in?
The young Venezuelans.
So if Misunderstood don't have the answer
for their parents,
what's your suggestion?
You know what happens if they go back just because they go back?
See,
the government, the government imprisonates them. They put them in prison.
Right now, they have no prisons.
They
have nothing. They have rubble. They have rubble.
Ain't Caracas, not the rest of Venezuela, bro. Come on now, let's be real. You get what I'm saying? That's why they don't go back. That's why they're scared to go back.
So then what's the correct answer?
Somebody has to step in.
So your suggestion that this lady that's been lingering all through North and South America, that thought she was going to get the position the minute they took Maduro out, that she's the answer?
I'm not even talking about her. I don't know.
I'm asking.
It's going to have to be another superpower that's going to have to. I don't
Marco
know.
Rubio.
It's gonna be U.S. Government-backed corporations. Then they're gonna turn Caracas into a smart city. You're gonna start seeing data centers. Give it to 2030.
That's exactly what's gonna happen.
Give it to 2030, and Caracas is gonna be the next smart city, just like Honolulu, just like all them other places where all these mysterious natural disasters occurred. All of these beautiful things are gonna stop popping up, and Caracas is gonna on its way to being a smart city, man.
Yep.
All right. So who's gonna get that started? Who do you say gets that started?
Oprah.
Always gets
it
started.
In Honolulu.
Government-backed U.S. corporations, brother.
Okay. All right.
It. Yeah.
You know
that's
what
who
I mean?
always move in. They always move in. You know what I mean? Look, man, we dealing with listen, man. They said Afghanistan is the worst place ever. Now you can go to McDonald's in Afghanistan. You'll get some Dunkin' Donuts in Afghanistan, baby. You know what I mean? You want to go on a long hike on the mountain? Get you a coffee first.
Get you an Afghanistan, son.
Get you a McGriddle. You feel me? Caracas is gonna be that next.
Hold the pork.
You know. So,
yeah.
Earthquakes is crazy. Earthquake. Yeah. I don't know, man. I don't know.
But let me ask a question. I know nobody here is a geological expert, but historically, because I like to look at history, has that been historically an earthquake ridden city?
They haven't had one in over 100 and something years.
So you gotta ask questions, bro. You gotta wonder and scratch your head and say, "Espérate."
No. Not only do you have to ask questions, but you have to be open-minded about what can possibly be done from one, you know what I'm saying, by one evil entity to another. If you're not what evil is, then you might not believe things that people might throw out there. But just like the wildfires, just like Haiti's earthquake, just something don't sit right. You feel me?
Yeah.
How ironic, right?
No,
How ironic.
And we spoke about that yesterday, Clásico. You get what I'm saying?
It don't smell right. It don't feel right.
Yeah,
it's like,
it sounds like oil to me.
It sounds like oil, especially where Venezuela's sitting at.
That
broke it down.
Bro, it's almost like when you have a root canal. If you dig in too deep, you might hit a nerve. But anyhow, yo, let's take a break. I know that was heated. That was a good discussion.
It would have been
I'm just
cool if
heated.
you and Misunderstood would have started fighting or something like that. I was
Nah.
enjoying the argument. So
Nah, but I love taking out of Misunderstood. You know what I mean?
Don't go down
You
there.
know, we didn't do it at the beginning, but you know, I would like to take a moment of silence. You know what I mean, for all the lives that they have lost. They're still losing. So let's give a moment of silence. All right. With that said, let's take a quick break, and we'll be right back.
Hurry up and vibe.
Saluda.
Yo, big shout to everybody, man. Big shout to everybody out there in the world. Big shout to everybody, man. Big shout to my brothers. Thank you for holding it down while I was away. It's been crazy coming back, trying to get acclimated to everything, trying to get back into the routine of things.
Where's my keychain?
What happened?
Where's my keychain?
What keychain? Oh, for Mexico? I'm supposed to bring you something?
Yeah.
Yo, I know this is your segment, but if you turn a little bit to the left, you starting to look a little Mexican.
Yo, you know what I'm saying? Big shout to everybody in Mexico. It was crazy going to Mexico and arriving at the airport. I noticed, even though it was Cancun, it wasn't as populated as I thought it would be. And we got a cab driver to pick us up one of those days to go to breakfast and hit the downtown area. And I was like, yo, man, it just seems like it's a lot of people out here. He's like, yeah, man, everybody's in Mexico City and Guadalajara for the cup.
Guadalajara.
Makes a lot of sense. As you saw last week, I think I called in for a little bit. We was at the theater in the resort, and they decided to cancel all of the shows that night and bring down the large screens, and we all congregated there and watched the game. It was 1 million people there.
Oh, that must have been so dope.
It was dope, man. When every time Mexico would score, my son would run around the entire theater.
Nice.
It was awesome, man. The big shout to everybody who I came across on my trip to Mexico. You know, Mexicans have a bad reputation of being colorists and being kind of like racist and everything. Everybody treated me with love and respect. So big shout to everyone in the Barceló Tropical Resort down in Playa del Carmen. I'm not going to hold y'all for too long. I actually have a small little topic that I wanted to talk to you guys about.
Mr. Echo, before you continue, I just want to say one thing about your vacation.
Yeah.
Is it true that people were pulling you aside and saying, "Aren't you that gentleman from Hurry Up and Vibe?"
There's like, tú no eres de Hurry Up and Vibe. Yo te conozco, ¿no? Yo te conozco.
Yo te conozco, eh.
Órale. Big
Yeah,
shout,
haces
All
quieres una
right, all
tela.
right. Sorry.
big shout to everybody. Big shout to everybody, man, and everyone who we met because our kids played together, and we got to meet some great adults that was just there drinking and eating just like we were while the kids were doing all the fun or having all the fun.
Man.
So big
Nice.
shout to them once again. There was a little article I came across with your boy Lupe Fiasco. Lupe Fiasco is an MC out of Chicago. He is known to be one of the best lyricists of all time.
Agreed.
And he's been asked a couple of times about Kendrick Lamar and how he feels about Kendrick Lamar. And I guess every time he's asked, he emphasizes that Kendrick is a good artist, but he's not considered a lyricist. To him, compared to him, and that he's the better lyricist compared to Kendrick Lamar. This is what Lupe Fiasco says. It got me to thinking. It got me to wanting to do some digging, and I know I use the word a lot. I use the term a lot, but I wanted to kind of research what makes a lyricist, right? What is considered a lyricist? What is the definition of lyricism? And I also thought about this, thinking about the comparison between Jay-Z and Nas, and thinking about how both MCs are very popular in their own right. But I was asked, I asked myself, can both of them be considered lyricists, or is one of them just a very good rapper and the other is a very good lyricist, or vice versa?
You talking about Lupe and Kendrick, or you talking about Jay-Z and Nas?
I talked about both of those, all four of them.
No, but your question is okay. Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay.
Right. The topic is coming about from what Lupe said about Kendrick. But then I wanted to dig deeper, and that got me to thinking about Jay-Z and Nas and the comparisons.
Sure.
And in my own view, how do I view them as lyricists and stuff like that? For example, I don't really view Jay-Z as a lyricist. You understand? I don't view him as that, because this is what I want to get into. So what is exactly a lyricist? Is it the rapper with the biggest vocabulary, the best metaphors, the best storytelling, the deepest subject matter? The statement forces hip-hop fans to ask a question we've never fully answered. What exactly is lyricism? And I wanted to start with that and ask you guys, what is your definition? Off the top of your head, like what is your definition of lyricism? And maybe we could go into this topic for a couple of minutes and maybe get your guys' ideas and thoughts about what makes a lyricist. And
I got you.
Doesn't even matter.
I got you right now. Joel Ortiz and Crooked Eye.
Was a lyricist to you?
Yup.
So how did you define lyricism in hip hop? Your own definition.
For me, the wordplay within the wordplay that they use. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's how I see it.
Do you have a limit though? Because I know you again. When we talk about hip hop, I know there's some of us that are more deep into a lot of stuff than you will even really care to be. But there's times that I know that you might come across something that's too wordy or too lyrical.
Yes.
Is that something? Is there a limit to your attraction to lyricism? Does it stop with as long as I know the words, I'm good? Or
nah. Because I'm gonna be honest. There's some rappers that have used words that I don't even know, and then I look them up, and I'm like, why the hell did you even use that word? Just because it went with it? You get what I'm saying? Like, people don't research and say, yo, does this actually make sense at all?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. You think that's a cool thing to do, to research a word if you don't know it, or like?
Heck yeah.
Okay.
I'm not going to look stupid the next time.
I think that's our generation type of thing. I think we went through that in our generation where it's like, oh, wait a minute, let me look that up.
Yeah.
John, Classico, as far as like your definition of lyricism and how far do you go when it comes to your preference of lyricism?
I mean, there's funny lyricism, like say Redman,
okay,
or Busta,
okay.
but Busta could spit some flow. But then
Right.
there's your Nas, there's your Most Def. What's his new name now? I forgot. I don't want
Yasin
to call
Bey.
him. Yeah, yeah, and guys like Talib Kweli that are to me real lyricists. Like MF Doom, I'd put him somewhere in between that. And then you get the newer generations that they get excited with lyrics that say people, rappers like Drake and Nicki Minaj, like they'll say these words and then they'll say da 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 ba ba da 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 ba ba just to
Your
match up.
cadence.
Like yeah, they change their cadence, but they're just looking to say the word, not necessarily telling a story. Like say when Biggie did, I got a story to tell. This dude literally in your head, and we all of us had a painted picture of Biggie with Anthony Mason's girl, and they know he's coming upstairs, and he's plotting to how the hell he's going to get out of this situation. That to me is the difference between a real lyricist and a dude. So it starts with I think even Joel Ortiz got lyrics too, but his bars go hard though. So I don't know. That's my comparison to how I look at lyrics. You can have a Busta, you can have a Redman, and then you can have a Mos Def, you can have a Nas. You know who's another really good lyricist to me? Black Thought.
Sure, probably, and misunderstood. I know you have a lot to say in this topic. I wanted to go in real quick before you went on. Uh, this is probably one of hip hop's biggest debates. Is what everybody using the word lyricist, but very few people define it the same way. To some fans, lyricism means complex rhyme schemes, internal rhymes, multi-syllable patterns, double and triple entendres, which is O's favorite thing, I think. Metaphors, wordplay, layered meanings, dense writing, storytelling, emotional honesty, precision, saying a lot with a few words, painting pictures. Um, I just kind of wanted to put that out there because I know everyone's perspective has been great. Uh, Misunderstood. You listen to a lot of lyrics. You listen to a lot of MCs. What is your definition of lyricism, and how far do you take your preference of lyricism? Do you not care if it's even I don't know, sonically incredible, or like how do you define lyricism, and what is your preference of lyricism?
Well, for me, it's not even lyricism, it's the writer versus the performer, because you have
That's a
guys
good one.
that can write.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? They can paint pictures and tell stories, aka Ghostface and Raekwon.
Mm-hmm.
They can literally, in 3 minutes, give you a whole movie. Then you have, the performers, guys that can go out there, like Dipset and groups like that, where it's more about the performance.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Not taking away from the performer, because guess what? You got to still put that work in. You still have to be able to at least come up with something that is people are going to be wanting to see. Now when it comes to writers can sit in the background and create for others. Now being a writer is way more important in my eyes, you know what
Then
I'm saying,
okay,
than
so
being the performer.
right,
Hence,
but,
like,
but hold on before you
okay,
continue. We're
yeah,
not talking about performing. We're talking about lyricism. So, like, as
yeah,
far as
yes.
your definition of lyricism,
Now,
yeah,
now
how do you define
getting into
lyricism?
getting into the writers, especially the ones that I like,
Mhm.
is the usage of your words, the way
Gotcha.
you weave these words together to tell a story.
So
Mm.
wordplay.
Whether, yeah, not just wordplay, because wordplay is one thing. You could do it when you're doing the ego grandiosos type of rhyme, but
Mm.
you can also do that when you're telling a story about something you saw in the streets or
Mm.
something that you experienced. It's delivering that message, and that's where the writer, for me, is very important. Now you could get as lyrical as you want, you could get as lyrical miracle as you want,
Mhm.
backpack as you want,
Mhm.
but that energy has to be there, and that message has to be delivered.
So
You know what
your
I'm saying?
lyricism has to come with a complete package of other elements to uh, what's the word I'm looking for? To complement the lyricism is what you're saying. It's
Yeah.
okay.
See, like comparing Jay-Z to Nas. To me, Nas is a better writer. Jay is a better performer.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay, I could
That's my comparison. Like, I love Black Thought. I think his pen is amazing.
Yes.
Doom, it was so natural.
Yeah,
that it was like, yo, he can say anything he wants and still make it link together. Even going as far as, even going as far as like damn, as shit, and I just lost my train of thought right there. My bad. But
you lost power.
Se fue la luz.
I lost power. Jeez, I hate this.
No, but Misunderstood lost power in his head for a second.
No, but let me.
Sorry, it took me back to Hanukkah. But
let me expand on this. Because
you hear what he said? You didn't hear what he said? He said it took me back to Hanukkah.
I caught a flashback. My bad. Yeah. But like Ghost at one time, he said he was actually just putting words that sounded good together, but the way he delivered it, it sounded like, yo, it was just fire. But for me, like, it's all about the writing and all about like painting that picture like Big used to do, like a lot of our favorite MCs used to do.
Okay, now let me expand on that, because I wanted to ask you what you guys thought about this. Is hip hop? It's not hip hop. Has lyricism ever been the most valuable skill in hip hop? And let me explain. I think hip hop often claims lyricism is the culture's like highest standard, like that. Everybody's like, yeah, Black Thought, you know what I mean? But history suggests otherwise, right? Like many of the culture's greatest lyricists became rappers. They earned respect. They influenced other MCs, but they always weren't the biggest stars. Meanwhile, artists who mastered accessibility and even performance, right, often become icons. Not because they were less talented, but because they communicated in ways larger audiences immediately connected with. And that's why I always make the comparison with Nas and Jay-Z. I always feel like there's people who front on Nas because he is a bit too wordy and too preachy. And Jay, I think, has found a way to say less and do more with that. And when I say do more, I mean create songs that are a little bit more memorable. In my opinion, the super lyrical
basically more popular songs.
No, brother. What I'm saying is songs that are more relatable to people. You understand what I'm saying? Jay knows how to do that compared to a Nas. Believe me, Nas is my number one, but I call it spade how it is. In my opinion, Jay will be the overall better MC compared to Nas. You understand? Because Nas has a pocket, and he has a great pocket. He has various pockets, but that's him, and he does that. I think Jay experiments more, and he has more personality on the mic. So it's not just lyricism. It's like Misunderstood said, it's a package of things that come along with that. I am the kind of guy who I don't care. I'm a lyricist type of person. I want to hear the lyrics. I don't care about you performing. I don't care about none of that. But I do understand that performance is important. Well, so is lyricism to you guys the most valuable skill when it comes to an MC, or does he have to have a complete package of other things as well, like Misunderstood was saying?
I mean, for me also, it goes down to production too.
No, that's not going
to. No.
So, hold on. We go back.
But let's not bash him either, because that's his thing. We can't attack him. He likes that part.
Yeah.
So
is that oranges and cars don't have nothing to do with each other?
Classical, go ahead. You was about to say something. Go ahead.
I was defending Misunderstood that we all kind of jumped on him because he's like, it has to do with the production, and I'm like,
it's fine.
Why am I going to sit here and judge the man because he likes
him? Listen, no.
Yo, I'm saying something first. No, I'm just kidding.
Let me say something real quick.
So I wanted to go around the joint, come
Go
back
ahead,
to
go
him.
ahead.
Too. He could
All right.
expand on that productions. He could expand on that. I just want to get your two. You know what I mean? I just want to go
So
around the horn. You know, like
okay,
Right,
so
go
you
ahead.
hit a point like when we were growing up on the street, right? And two people would start rapping with each other. The person that was rhyming like "yo, supercalifragilisticexpialidocious," that wasn't the one that was getting the wow factor.
Thank you. That's crazy because I often say that a lot. Oh, good point. Go ahead.
The wow factor was the guy that knew how to, be like, "Yo, I was going downtown, whatever," and then I saw your mom. Oh, you know
Yeah,
what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah.
It's something so simple, got to the point. You know what I mean? And I know y'all don't like him. You know what I mean? But my guy, four bar setup, Mr. Charlie Clips himself. You get what I'm saying?
It's
He
not
he
y'all.
knows.
I don't think. Only one of us. Only
You
two
know
of
what I
us out of the four know Charlie
Yeah,
Clips
yeah.
situation. But
You
yeah,
know what I mean?
maybe he should. I mean, maybe
He's simple. Yeah, he's super simple, but he gets to the point and get the crowd rocking. Unlike what's his name, the lyricist, the short guy. I forgot his name right now.
JC.
Nah. The one bigger than JC. He's
The
from
short one.
Nevada, I think it was. Rum Nitty,
Oh, Remnity. Yeah,
bro.
yeah,
He's a pen and a half.
yeah,
But you got to sit down and actually listen to what he's saying
yeah.
because he just goes on a different level, that you're like, oh Lord Jesus, what the hell? And then he got to bring you back and he has to really explain what he just said so you could get it. You know what I mean?
So in your opinion, lyricism doesn't have to be the most valuable skill when it comes to MC.
No, not really. That's not what people want. That's not
Got
what all people want is an ass shaker.
got you. Classical. What you think? Is
No,
lyricism?
lyricism. Don't even ask me twice. Lyricism. For me, beats are great, but lyricism, that's why I like Nas a lot more because I feel like Jay-Z gets a lot. I'm going to say something crazy, and that's not to take away from his credentials. I feel like Jay-Z, if everybody remembers the movie Platoon, that guy that used to hide under the dead bodies. When Biggie and Tupac and all them other good rappers was running around, Jay-Z was a shadow behind these dudes.
Yeah.
And when the big money, clothes, and hoes era of hip hop, all of a sudden, all these dudes are gone, and Jay-Z is this heavenly figure. So for me, while Nas, everybody was like, "Oh, Nas picks ugly beats. His music doesn't play a lot. Doesn't have those catchy beats that everybody loves to dance to." Nas was still killing it with the beats,
Yeah,
with the
but
lyrics. So that's why to me, over music, over the production, over the glamour, lyrics is all for me.
yo, can
That's
I
my
interrupt you there real quick? Because I know Nas is a pen. Okay, I understand that, but and Echo touched on this. Like for me, he uses he t- he does all this wordy stuff for me that I'm just like, let me just put some JC. What more can I say? You know what I mean?
Oh, so you're more in love
Because
with just a little catchy. So you like that's what I'm saying. That
no,
you can't
but the
sit here and
thing is,
say, "Oh, that Jay Z or
you could
Nas."
follow Jay Z's lyrics and be like, yo, okay, I got you. You know what I mean? He's a performer as well. You know what I mean? But like Rum Nitty and Nas, it's like you got to sit down and you're like,
But that's
okay, I
what's
got
dope.
you.
But to me,
So in chapter 2, okay, I got
okay, but
chapter 2.
maybe I'm wrong. But that's what attracts me to hip hop. When I listen to these bars for the first time, when Echo sends me something, he goes, "I'm gonna do this review," and I'm in my car and I'm listening to it. I don't listen to that crap once. I listen to it like 4 times so I can ingest those lyrics. That's what makes hip hop so dope, in my opinion.
Listen, when when we first started doing this podcast, and he was like, yo, I'm gonna do some album reviews. I'm like, oh Lord Jesus Christ, he's gonna get some lyrical miracle stuff going on. And then he put me on to Miami Lights, bro.
Yeah, man. Which, by the way, I don't want to. Go ahead.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm taking up his time.
I want to get to your point real quick, and then we could go back around. Do you think that lyricism is the most valuable skill when it comes to the MCs? Is that something that is your top criteria?
It's the only skill. If you're telling me you're an MC, it's the only criteria you must fill at 110% is being able to write and be a lyricist. You have to. There is no choice. If I'm running around saying I'm a graffiti artist and I'm not doing no graffiti, what am I? If I'm a lyricist and I'm talking about I'm MCing and doing all this stuff and I'm not, what are you? But that's just for me. Now, as for the production part, sometimes a producer actually compliments the MC and the MC flourishes even more. That's the thing that I've seen with certain of my favorite MCs when they're doing one thing, and then they get with a certain producer or a certain creator and they flourish. You see stuff that you're like, oh, wait a minute, I didn't know he had that in him. But when it comes down to the MC, yo, you better have them bars, bro. You better have your bars on point. And to a lot of your points, if you're gonna tell a story, tell a damn story. If you're gonna talk about being in the club, talk about being in the club. You talking about your 10 toes on the block, you better be pitching and trapping.
And if you don't understand, replay it and listen to it again. That's the love. That's what hip hop is.
Yeah, and not for nothing, I don't mind a little knowledge in my MCing. I don't. I really don't.
Those are all great points because I often question that a lot, and I wanted to reiterate something that O said earlier. And we're gonna expand more on the Jay-Z and Nas comparison because I think that's a great comparison of two MCs that people say are lyricists, but I always say that I really don't consider Jay a lyricist. But we're gonna get into that. But I would say that O really hit it on the nose when he was talking about back in the day ciphers. Back in the day, being someone that used to be in ciphers back in the day in New York, I was fortunate enough to do my little rhyme shit around people. I remember, man, you had to know your audience and you had to read the room.
Yeah,
you had to know that if you were in somewhere, like I'm gonna tell you where you could probably used to get away with rhyming in crazy lyrics. I remember being in the Lower East Side and having that collective, that Washington Square Park, those MCs that used to come around. I mean, those were the ones that you really, really, really wanted to impress by saying some of the most astronomical. But I remember when I used to go uptown, astronomical bars. But I remember when I used to go uptown in some parts of the Bronx. I used to try, I used to not try to get too lyrical because at the end of the day, I wanted people to digest it better. And I knew that in those circles, people were really gonna be like, "Oh, he said madness over lyrically enticing. That was crazy." I know they would be dope. They would have been. I know they would go crazy. I'll be like, "Yo, you see the shoes I got on? I got it from the Bronx. Then I got it from your mom's. Oh, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Spontaneity and spontaneity and cleverness worked a lot better in some other spaces, especially uptown in the Bronx.
Yeah,
and it's just it was. Well, you just had to know your
you had to read.
You had to read the room.
Yeah, you definitely had to read the room, especially back then. From what I seen from a lot of ciphers, it was that you could be lyrical miracle, but get to the damn point.
Man,
you could be technical, but if you're trying to stretch out and tell me a textbook of stuff, I'm going. That cipher is done. We walking away.
I told you, I can't be sitting there. Chapter 2, chapter 4.
Well, I'm not saying that, bro. I'm saying if the lyrics are too much for you, play it back and take it all in.
That's within a cipher. That's within a cipher.
How long I'm gonna have to play back Nas, bro?
Then keep playing it back.
That's not even that crazy. I got some
Yeah,
other
word.
But you ain't gonna.
not
You're
that
not gonna
crazy.
lose.
That's the bottom tier when it comes.
Yeah, when it comes to that. Yeah,
It's the bottom tier, in my opinion, compared to some of the other stuff. Yeah, but anyway, I don't want to run too long my segment. So I just wanted to also ask you guys this. Let's see what you guys think. I think we touched on this a little bit while we were talking about the definition of lyricism individually. But does being too lyrical hurt relatability?
Hell yeah.
Hold on.
Yeah.
This is an uncomfortable question.
No, hold on. Go.
Finish.
Yeah. Can a rapper become so technically gifted that the average listener disconnects? Like, think about any art form, like movies, books, photography, jazz. Sometimes, like, technical stuff impresses experts, while simplicity reaches everybody else. So hip hop isn't immune to that. I don't think. Some fans enjoy decoding bars, right?
Yes. Yep. That's us.
Others don't want to do no homework. You feel me? Some people want.
Others are lazy.
Some people want puzzles. Others want emotion. Nothing. Neither listener is wrong.
What more can I say?
The challenge for lyricists is balancing complexity with communication, because if listeners constantly have to pause, rewind, and Google references, some may admire the craft, but some people might not be into that without ever forming an emotional connection. So what do you got? So the question is, I'm sorry, I know that was pretty long-winded. Does being too lyrical hurt relatability? Take it away, because you've been.
Yeah, I'm gonna take it away. I'm gonna tell you like this. Yo, I think 70% of folks our age probably don't even have a bachelor's.
How you come up with that?
Because I cut all 4 years of high school, bro, and I know who I was chilling with. You get what I'm saying? But it's like I was going overboard there. You know what I mean? But the thing is, when you become so lyrical that I feel like I have to have a master's just in English to understand what you're saying, bro. I can't. You know what I mean? If I couldn't pay attention to my English teacher back in JFK, you think I'm gonna listen to? Nah, man, I can't.
I'm sorry, you guys. Please hold that thought. I'll be right back.
Okay, so I'll just keep talking while he goes. Yo, I feel. You know,
no,
what I mean?
was gonna say. Can I say real quick in the interim? Echo at that very moment with that solar glare.
Yeah.
Had a whole Black Mexican Jesus vibe going for him. I don't know about y'all.
Facts.
Right? Wait till he comes on. So if you're watching this, or I'm gonna replay it later and post it, when Echo comes back on, his background, and he's got like a solar light coming down. He looks like he's wearing a Mexico team jersey.
Yeah,
he looks like
look,
Black Mexican Jesus.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. So yes. So you, and to you, it hurts. It hurts relatability. No, misunderstood.
Yo,
does being too lyrical hurt relatability?
It can.
How?
It just depends who, right? Would you say it depends who?
No, because if you got your audience, you got your demographic and your following, and they know you for being a little bit technical, but you don't overdo it. Once you start going and straying away from the formula, the listeners will like look away or turn away. They will, because it's like, okay, where's the dudes that we were listening to before? Where's that guy? And it can hurt, Now, as per the idea of becoming more intellectual with your lyrics, that's a little bit different.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
That's a little bit different than just, because some rappers have gone overboard that you hear that like their follow-up projects and you're like, huh? Really?
Yo, misunderstood. This is the first time I relate to you with that.
Anyway, real. You with your bachelor's comment, not understanding that, you wasn't listening to rap in the 90s. Because in the 90s,
I was listening to rap. I was listening to rap in the 90s.
Then guess what? In the 90s, most rap,
bro,
vocabulary the vocabulary was at a college reading level.
Bro,
In the 2000s,
oh, Lord
it
Jesus
tanked
Christ.
to a third grade reading level.
Facts. Preach.
Okay, but
You-
do
you-
you
you
know that
understand?
I was just being funny at that point? But you and your lyrical miracle style of talking, you know what I mean?
Yeah, you mad?
Don't
Yeah.
listen to this fool. Just keep saying what you're saying.
See,
I don't know
see,
why you let this man
No,
say
no,
what you
I,
gotta say.
you see, when I give people props, this is what I get for giving people props. I said for
What,
the first time,
Classico
yo,
getting at you?
no, you
No,
said
you. I'm
something,
defending you.
I know you're defending me,
and
Classico. I
and
know
I
that.
said, and I gave you props for what you have said. You know what I mean? And you still treat me like a piece of trash. But it's okay.
Oh, yeah, no.
You're not trash, bro. You're not.
Look, the $1 million question is hip hop? Do you get turned off a little bit? Not turned off, but what's the word you use when if it's two lyrics? I did say turned off.
Yeah, he just took over the segment.
Does being too lyrical hurt relatability? Does being too lyrical hurt relatability, in your opinion?
I mean, I don't know. I just feel there's some rappers that can tell you a story from start to finish, and you can relate to it. I mean, do we all relate to every single rapper we listen to?
Wait,
So,
no. I think
I just
you're
find
misunderstanding the question, though. Okay, if a rapper is rapping and he's telling a story with the word supercalifragilisticexpialidocious, can you
But
relate
that's
to
just-
that? Although to a guy that's saying, "Yo, I was down the street and this hoe got me mad, so I slapped the bitch." Which
Yeah,
are you
that's
gonna,
what I'm saying.
Which are you going to relate to more? That, you're talking about
slapping the bitch.
I mean, hey, you want a slightly good comparison? Can I get open? Remember Jay's verse?
What?
Can I get open? The song.
They don't know that joint.
I don't use pause, but pause.
Yeah,
Echo.
they don't know that joint. But
You remember that? How was Jay spitting there? He was doing that fast.
Oh,
all
you
of a
talking about
sudden,
the OJZ.
He does the Hawaiian Sophie, and it's like, what?
That's effects.
So did it hurt him?
I don't be slapping bitches. I was just saying Omar was saying slapping bitches. Don't tell mom I was saying I be slapping
You see,
bitches.
okay, Echo, I think you have to clear stuff up.
okay, here's what I'm. Okay, let me
Because
put it on.
people are taking
Let me.
people. Hold on, people are
Why
taking
not?
cadence and lyricism, and like it's not the same thing.
Right.
Yeah, but look who it's coming from. From somebody who said he listens to tunes and not lyrics. Words are too much for your brain to process.
Okay, because I can't relate. Hey,
think-
at least I could admit it.
Yes.
Okay, but rap is
So
rap to me is poetry. So if
Okay.
you're gonna be speaking, if you're gonna express yourself in rap, whether I understand the bars first time around, it don't matter how the beat is. It's the fact that you took the time and you're telling me a story in my head. Whereas you're over here talking about, oh yeah, I'd rather listen to this guy hum the hook.
But that's
and
not
be
what
like,
he's
"What
saying.
more can I
Yo,
say?"
Echo just read that if people have to stop, rewind, and Google, you may lose
You
their
have to
attention.
stop. And then all
Yo,
of a sudden,
Echo read it.
75% of people our age didn't even go to get a bachelor's degree.
Bro,
Did you-
Echo, can you read back what you wrote? What you
Yeah.
what you read?
It was more of like sometimes technical mastery impresses the experts. And when in that phrase right there, it's like there might be some fans that want to be lyrical experts and want to break down bars, but the fact of the matter is that simplicity reaches everyone, right? Like hip hop isn't immune to that. So what I'm saying, some fans enjoy decoding bars, other people, a lot of people don't. And some people want puzzles, others want emotion. Neither listener is wrong. It's all preference.
And that's why we have Drake fans, and that's why we have Nas fans.
And Black Dog fans, right? So this is what I'm saying, though. I think, in my opinion, when it comes to the question of does being too lyrical hurt relatability? Because that's the key word there. Too lyrical, like being overly lyrical. I think it does hurt relatability. Everyone knows that Black Thought is a lyrical genius. No one can freaking quote a Black Thought song. He's not a quotable MC. And I think it's very important as an MC for you to create the kind of songs that people could quote, that people could sing along, because that's what makes it memorable. I've always argued with this with people about this. And the next time we're going to get into Jay-Z and Nas comparison, but I want to focus on Black Thought because everyone loves Black Thought. Everybody says he's incredible. Yeah. When I be like, yo, what's your favorite Black Thought bar? Crickets. Because he's so overly lyrical that he is not memorable as an MC. He is not memorable. It's like Lux, right? Lux is a perfect example with the freestyle that he did at Funkmaster Flex. Lux probably could have gone a little bit deeper in that freestyle. But the way he wrote that freestyle, for him to start off the way he did, it was memorable. You know, I was in the areas, just thought I'd pass by like a girl that's curious. It's like a super like a great opening line to grab you. And he could have said a million things after that, but at least that first line was memorable. So I think MCs, you know, if they want to be somewhat successful, should have songs that relate to the common listener a little bit more. Nas was different because Nas came out in the 90s where, like Misunderstood said, everyone was rapping at a high level.
Right.
You had 2 or 3 MCs that did their little party stuff, like the Lost Boys. You know what I'm saying? Right? You had the Lost Boys back then. I mean, you want to take it further back, you had Biz, Marquis, right? You had a lot of MCs that just made whatever songs, but most of hip hop was lyrical at that time. So the answer to the question is being too lyrical could hurt relatability. I think it could definitely can. And going into the Jay-Z and Nas comparison, I wanted to 2 different approaches to lyricism, right? One of hip hop's most enduring comparisons is Jay-Z versus Nas. Many fans consider Nas one of rap's greatest pure lyricists. His writing often rewards close listening. His verses can be layered with historical references, imagery, philosophy, and detailed storytelling. Jay-Z, on the other hand, is certainly capable of intricate lyricism, but much of his appeal comes from making sophisticated ideas feel a little bit effortless and more simple. For many listeners, Jay-Z sounds like someone talking directly to them. He's very conversational. And one thing I also give Jay-Z credit for is personality on the mic. That doesn't necessarily make one artist more lyrical than the other. It just highlights different philosophies of writing.
Yeah.
So in that comparison, do you think that Nas would have been, I don't want to say as big as Jay-Z, because I think they're both big in their own right, but respected more if he would have came out with a couple of simpler?
No, because that's what makes him who he is.
More catchy, a little bit more catchy type of stuff, like
radio friendly.
Not even radio friendly, because he did that. He did that
Uchi Wally crap.
Okay, so look. Okay, so this is what I was thinking. Jay says he doesn't write. He doesn't write. Everything is from the top. So what happens with Jay? He has a lot of simplistic rhyme patterns.
Okay, yeah.
Right? He's like, do this, son. Boy, you know what I'm saying? Get your, you know what I mean? And it's very spacious. He leaves a lot of double spacing in his rhymes.
Yeah, he does.
Nas doesn't do that.
No.
I miss lots of crazy bitches aiming guns and all my baby pictures. Even House of Police, his style is just always boom. It's always boom.
Yeah.
Disgusting.
Would Nas benefit more if he was to be a little bit more simplistic?
Okay.
When rhyming.
Can I answer it with me reading one little thing right here? Readability research that has been done on modern pop and hip hop generally finds most chart chart-topping lyrics sit at around second and third grade reading levels when you run them through standard readability formulas.
There you
But those
go.
studies looked at 2000s and 2010 hits. You know what I mean? Bro, if he would have been more simple, bro, he would have been popping charts. But I respect Nas, amazing, bro. But not everybody's at that level.
I think everybody gives Nas his flowers because of
Yeah.
who he is.
Yeah.
You know,
Not first,
let's
not
let
first catalog.
I'm talking about because he is who he is.
Gotcha.
Because you sorry, I misworded that because
Okay.
you're basically saying what if Nas went a little bit more simpler, maybe even a little bit more commercial, and that just was not Nas's lane. His songs,
Yeah.
I mean, his songs hit. The ones that hit. But Nas fans and people will be like, damn. Even Jay Z stands will sit down and be like, damn, that nigga Nas doing his thing. Why do they like Jay Z? Because Jay Z got money. He's married to Beyonce. You think if Jay Z would have married freaking Babs from the Bad Boy Clique, whatever that crew was, that we'd be sitting here talking about Jay Z the way we talk about Jay Z? Come on now.
Yeah, I think so. Classic.
You're not gonna tell me that him being married to Beyonce doesn't play a big role in his
But
quote unquote being a top.
He was already heralded. He was already heralded as a really good MC.
And
before
no,
that,
I'm
yeah.
not taking away from that, but I think that people elevate him too because
I got you.
they try to paint him as the king and queen of hip hop. Beyonce on one side, Jay-Z on another, with your whiskers, like Nas said. Come on, dog.
Yeah, I don't, and so listen, I'm gonna let you rock, but I just wanted to clarify that my questioning about Nas isn't, as far as like, to me, Nas has never done anything wrong. To me, he's had an impeccable career. He's the only artist over 45 to ever drop 5 albums in 2 years.
Damn right.
I don't listen. You can't tell me nothing. But what I'm
Where you
saying,
at? Oh, where you at? Oh,
but what
No,
I'm saying is, I think a lot of people hold Jay-Z at a higher standard sometimes than Nas.
Why?
Because I'm gonna tell you shit. Why are you interrogating me?
No, I'm sorry, my bad.
Why? Ever said why? Why?
I'm curious.
I think because he is more relatable sometimes. I think so. I think he's more relatable sometimes.
I learned this from a friend of mine when we would speak and somebody would just come out with some stupidity of a sentence. He would say, "Yo, just kiss. Keep it simple, stupid."
Oh,
That's
like
it.
Jadakiss?
No.
It's a mantra. It's
Yeah.
a mantra. All
Keep
artists,
it simple.
keep it simple, stupid.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean?
Gotcha. Got it. Oh, it's an abbreviation. Got it. My bad.
Which
Too
is
intellectual, yo. You're too
Yeah,
intellectual.
I see that.
it's something that artists always keep in mind. It's just keep it simple because more is less. Less is more.
Yeah.
But in that comparison, I don't think it would have made a difference with Nas. Honestly,
He would have made simpler. If he would have made simpler songs, you're saying? Or
yeah,
like,
if he would have made simpler songs, he probably would have lost some listeners.
Yeah.
Because I mean, when we're talking about Nas, you're looking at the dude that supposedly has one of the greatest albums, which is Illmatic. Yeah,
Supposedly.
the beats were amazing. His ability to write
Mhm.
and his ability to deliver his message his way, it's second to none. Jay had his, and when I look at Jay's, catalog and his growth, to me, Nas is a little bit better.
Nas is way better. Nas is way better lyrically.
Again, my opinion.
Let the
is
man
that
have his.
for the simple fact that again, I like that type of lyricism. I understand also why people like Jay-Z. I get it because he gets straight to the point. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to go too far. You don't have to go too far with his stuff. You don't have to. Okay, now I really got to sit here and listen. I could just let this play. With Nas, I'm sorry, I got to put that on the headphones because my man is telling me a story. And he's telling me a detailed story. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we could look at Ice Cube. Ice Cube has written movies, but then you listen to some of his lyrics and they're simple, straight to the point. You know, to me, it's between the two of them. I don't think anything would have really changed if they would have changed up their styles like dramatically.
Okay.
You know,
Yeah.
I mean, again, for Jay-Z, when he did Can I Get Open, he was on that fast, like Twister type of thing.
Yeah,
Right.
until he heard Halftime by Nas, and then he slowed it down.
And he switched it up.
But even then, we could say the same thing about Nas at Live at the Barbecue.
What?
The verse on Live at the Barbecue with Main Source and Akinelli. That was like some of the most simplest direct lines that
he was like 15, 16 years old, bro.
I don't disagree with that, Misunderstood. I don't think that was very simple back then for 91.
No, for Nas. For Nas and his ability, because we heard Live at the Barbecue and then we hear Illmatic. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So Live at the Barbecue, it was him stopping by, dropping his verse. But with Illmatic, we heard a basically a whole masterpiece being that was created.
Right.
But to see the growth of both of these MCs,
right,
that's a beautiful thing.
Well, my opinion is that the growth of Jay-Z came because of Nas's resurrection of making everybody in hip hop flow a certain way. Because to add to your point about Can I Get Open, it wasn't just Jay-Z. The entire hip hop culture at that time was rapping biggity biggity diggity. And Nas, I remember like this, like it was yesterday, because I was in front of church. And I was talking to a friend of mine at that time about Halftime, because remember Halftime came out way before Illmatic, because it was on the soundtrack. It was on the Zebrahead soundtrack.
Yeah.
Right. So that single was out, and those of us who used to record stuff used to just have it. And I remember I went to a dude in front of church. I was like, "You gotta listen to this." And I remember, bro, listen. If I'm lying, I'm flying. I remember it to this day. I don't like it, man. It's too slow. I like, yo, but did you hear what she just said? You can't catch me in the street.
It's like Malcolm X catching that jungle
fever.
Yeah,
it's too slow.
Yeah.
After that, if you pay attention, or even you could go back. You can just go back. After that, everybody slowed down. Everybody slowed down.
Yeah.
So Illmatic came out. And then that revolution. That's why people like DMC and others rank, and even myself rank Nas as the second coming of Rakim in the way that he made people rhyme differently.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Change the game, man.
You know what I mean?
You bring Rakim into this conversation, and yo, there you have a lyricist. There you have a modern day Langston Hughes.
Yeah,
he could do both.
Right. No, he could. What, as far as poetry and rapping?
No, his ability to do the fast and then to do that slow, like Mahogany. That's a dope track. And then you hear The Ledge.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah. I mean, Rakim is
again, that's the God. That's the God Allah. So you already know.
I wanted to close it out. I had another part of this segment, but I wanted to close it out. I think we covered this topic through and through. You guys had some great points. I mean, my closing thoughts I have written down here. Maybe we've been asking the wrong question. Instead of asking who's the best lyricist, maybe we should ask what kind of lyricism do we value? Because lyricism isn't one thing. It could be intricate, it could be emotional, it could be poetic, it could be conversational, it could be dense, it could be minimalist. So Lupe Fiasco comments about Kendrick didn't settle the debate, where he said that Kendrick is.
He knows 100. He said something about knowing. He knows 100 rappers that are better than Kendrick, or something like that, right? Didn't he say something?
And also that that just like what I would say about Jay-Z versus Nas. Jay-Z's the better overall, I think, artist as far as performance and as far as personality on the mic, but he's just not a better lyricist or a better writer. And I think that's what Lupe was saying about Kendrick. I think Lupe still reminding us that hip hop still cares enough about lyricism to argue over it, and I'm not mad at that, Smoke. I'm glad there's rappers that are like, yo, that dude's alright, but he ain't rocking with me with the pen, because at the end of the day, it's hip hop, it's competition, and it is what it is. I also wanted to say that at this point, hip hop values lyricism a lot. A lot of the dope MCs that people are listening to are people that pay attention to what they write and have a pen to them. So I just wanted to close it out like that. Big shout to Lupe, big shout to Kendrick, big shout to Nas, big shout to Jay. I know those are the most. I appreciate you guys' points. That's all I have for today. I really wasn't prepared with anything. But I'm glad that we were able to have a really good dialogue about it. So till next time, till next week, hurry up and vibe. I have some I'm actually reviewing Tierra Whack's album right now. I think the whole album was produced by Conductor Williams, who is an incredible story. I think I want to do a segment about him. He's a dude that used to actually be a trained conductor and became now, for the last, I would say, 10 years, probably even a little bit more, probably one of hip hop's main producers when it comes to the no drum sound, the loops, and the imperfection, and that whole new wave that kind of was ushered in by DJ Muggs and then Alchemist. He's on, and Rock Marciano. He's on that wave, and Tierra Wax album is incredible. I'm currently reviewing that as well. And my man Esty Knack has a good new album out, which I will.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he got a new album out. I think it's called Live at the Tabernacle.
Send it to the group chat. So
yeah. I'm gonna send both of those joints so you guys can listen to it, and I'll be reviewing those next week. Until next time, y'all. Peace, love, and clear blues.
Thank you, Black Jesus.
There you go.
Los 7 pedazos de Pedro, muchachos. ¡Úpale! Las 7 pasadas, papito. ¡Ay, ay, ay! ¡Ay, ay, ay! ¡Atájalo!
Y se fueron. Pero estos tigres siempre se van para el baño cuando no está haciendo su vaina. Míralo ahí.
Perdón.
Es jodiendo contigo. Buenas noches a nuestros 2000 viewers que tenemos ahora. Estamos en vivo desde los juegos de la Copa Mundial, de la sala de O. ¿Cómo amanecieron? ¿O cómo están, mi gente? ¿Bien?
Bien, gracias a Dios, gracias a Dios.
Estamos con sueños, son las 9:00 de la noche, no estamos durmiendo. Dime entonces, ¿cómo va todo?
Tranqui, un calor que hace aquí arriba en Nueva York.
Es verdad, está caliente para allá.
Muchacho, está peligroso.
¿Verdad? Sí, verdad. Mi hermana me había dicho que mandaron como una alerta que se iba a calentar muchísimo para allá.
Sí.
Entonces, el lío de vivir allá en Nueva York, que yo no te lo tengo que decir a ti, pero para que la gente que
Muchacho.
no sabe, que allá no hay aire central. Allá, si tú estás encerrado en una habitación con tu maquinito, con tu airecito en la habitación, y cuando tienes que ir a cocinar o bañarte, eso
Yeah.
es sudando como un perro.
Yeah.
Imagínate eso. Pero uno vive en las habitaciones, dependiendo donde uno vive. Si tú quieres pagar
No,
el bill
total.
del mes, que se te sube hasta las nubes, le pone dos aires.
Mhm.
Uno en la sala y uno en la habitación, pero esa es la
Yeah.
vida.
Por
Yeah.
eso es
Gracias
que
a Dios, a lo que vivimos en la Florida, que tenemos aire central. Hasta
Amen.
bañando te da tu airecito.
Muchacho.
Bueno, yo, como este tigre me robó todo el tiempo, no mentira. Yo no traje mucho y yo quería conversar con usted un poquito, hablando plepla. Ahora, algo serio, tuvieron sobre Alex Bueno. La semana pasada estábamos hablando sobre la conversación o el comentario de Sergio Vargas y que muchísima gente salieron a defender a Alex Bueno y como a llamarle la atención a Alex. Pero esta semana, el lunes, o sea, hoy es miércoles, el lunes, estaban en Santo Domingo, en la capital, velando a Sergio Vargas, perdón, a Alex Bueno allá. Y luego ayer tuvieron el velorio en San José de las Matas, Sajoma. Y yo, para enseñarle a los amigos televidentes, aquí tengo un videito de algunas imágenes del velorio en Sajoma. Ahí está Cacheíto. Cacheíto fue el guirero de Alex Bueno y de Sergio Vargas por muchos años. Y ahí tú escuchas Amor Divino.
lo muteaste.
Yo no hice nada. Your host has muted your video.
Oh,
Fui yo.
sí.
Yo no hice nada. Yeah, man. Pero ahí tienen un video, como yo dije, yo no sé si se escuchó, ese Cacheíto en la guira. Cacheíto es un comediante ahora, pero antes él fue guirero de la Orquesta Liberación, que ahí estaba Alex Bueno, y también fue guirero con Sergio Vargas. Pero él tuvo algo particular, que él era uno de los guireros que se paraba al frente y bailaba con el frente de la orquesta de Sergio Vargas. So, ahí tiene Cacheíto y un grupo de personas, artistas y los ciudadanos o los que viven en Sajoma, en San José de la Mata, que están allá en el velorio. Aquí tengo otro videito. Voy a tener mucho cuidado. Le voy a bajar el volumen porque las canciones no quiero que me bloqueen. So, déjame ver cómo lo hago, pero voy a ponerlo sin audio. A ver si me sale. So, ahí están la gente de Sajoma y están caminando con un cuerpo de él en las calles. Obviamente celebrando la vida, se está tocando música ahí de Alex. Y sí, hombre, qué triste perder una estrella como Alex Bueno. Tantos recuerdos de buena música, un muchacho con mucho talento que superó tanto, de verdad. Eso fue para mí la parte que a mí siempre me gustaba Alex Bueno en los 80 y los 90, pero a ver cómo él se superó, porque él cayó en tantos momentos difíciles. Para él superarse así y llegar donde estaba pegado mucho en Nueva York, hacía gira. Hay una comunidad grande de dominicanos, por ejemplo, en Pennsylvania, en North Carolina, en la Florida, y él hacía mucha gira para esos lados. Él se echaba su viaje para Santo Domingo, visitaba su pueblo, él iba mucho a Santiago, al área norte de la República, pero que el tipo estaba pegado y cantaba, ese hombre cantaba como que estaba en la misma grabación. Y ahí tienen muchas imágenes del evento. Ahí están hasta los policías y los militares caminando con la familia y los compueblanos. Así que, de nuevo, que Dios lo tenga en su santa gloria. Rest in peace, como decimos en inglés, Alex Bueno, que nos dejó una librería, un legado tremendo. Nadie va a superar esa voz. Para mí, como lo digo siempre, el mejor cantante, intérprete de la República Dominicana se llama Alex Bueno. Tú puedes pelear conmigo, pero eso es para otro día. Señores, se sigue calentando un poquito lo que estábamos hablando la semana pasada. Fíjate, yo subí unos videos, unos cortes de lo de Alofoque y la gente se reían por los comentarios que decía también el malentendido, pero se sigue poniendo serio y la gente cree, hay gente que dicen ahora, no tengo video, pero voy a opinar sobre lo que estuvimos hablando, que la gente dice, mira lo que pasó aquí, ya la gente han votado 20,000 veces por todo esto político y no han logrado nada, siguen en la misma vaina. Tú te ríes hoy, pero ahorita cuando está los foques de presidente, ahí es que tú vas a estar llorando de verdad. No sé qué opiniones tienen ustedes. Yo sé que hablamos de eso la semana pasada, pero
yo te dije,
se está calentando la vaina.
Puede ser que él gane.
Ok, pero vamos a pensar bien. ¿Qué sabe ese tigre de política? Dime tú.
Es que, ¿quién sabe? Ok, Trump, ¿qué sabe de política?
Sí, pero la gente se llevaron de él de rico, de que él era de que...
Y la gente hace lo mismo con Alofoque.
Yo no puedo creer que la gente va a dejar
la presidencia, el mundo presidencia Alofoque. No. ¿A que sí?
Que tú me estás diciendo a mí que va a ganar Alofoque el presidente.
No, que va a sacar una serie. La presidencia de Alofoque.
El programa, ok.
Dice un reality de eso.
Él se atreve.
Y la gente lo ven.
Con un reguero de mujer en cuero y vaina bailando. Eso es lo que hace, eso es lo que le gusta a los tigres. El primer programa que hizo, ¿cómo se llama? Era Casa Alofoque, ¿verdad? Ese era el programa.
Sí, de los reales.
Primero. Sí. Entonces, Planeta Alofoque.
No, primero era Casa 1, después Casa 2, después el Planeta.
Porque el 3 nunca, él tenía que ser el 1 y el 3, porque el 2 nunca da.
No, porque el 1
no fue que dio.
Porque tenía a la fruta, ¿verdad?
Hay un dicho.
Sí, se entiende.
Parte 1, parte 2 nunca da, Sol tenía que ser parte 3.
Pero eso fue lo relajado con él, que la parte 2 le dio mejor que la 1 y la tercera.
Pero
por eso yo digo que sí, puede haber chance que él gane.
Él puede ganar. Él tiene súper posibilidad de ganar. Solamente porque él está usando las redes a su favor.
Sí.
¿Tú me entiendes?
Pero él siempre lo ha hecho. Oye, yo lo dudo que él gane. Porque la mayoría de estos chamaquitos que siguen a los foques no son muchachitos que van y votan. Estos muchachitos los que andan en la calle hablando.
¿Tú crees que no van a votar?
No, hombre, no. La mayoría de esos tigres no tienen ni cédula. ¿Tú crees que van a ponerse a votar?
Oye, van a decir, Alofoque va a decir, me ponen presidente y todos los viernes los hombres pueden salir de su casa sin problema de la mujer.
Oye, no, yo lo que te estoy diciendo es que hay dos tipos de personas que siguen a Alofoque. Los fanáticos, obviamente, y los que lo odian. Los que lo quieren ver caer. Entonces, esa gente no van a votar por los que lo quieren ver caer, no van a votar por Alofoque. Y los muchachitos que siguen a los foques, lo que les gustan es el escándalo y toda la vaina que él hace. Ellos no van a poder. Eso es todo show, hombre. Es todo show.
Mira.
Bueno, es un show peligroso.
Sí.
Un show exactamente. Peligroso.
Él tiene buena posibilidad él tiene buena posibilidad de ganar.
Yo no sé. Yo creo que es como hablar de es para como para que la gente se entusiasme o que digan, ay, no, tú estás, o sea, para hacer conversación, pero que en realidad eso va a suceder. Si estoy mal y me sale el tiro por la culata después, yo digo, ok, está bien, estaba mal, pero la realidad es que yo lo dudo que llegue a ese punto. Primero él tiene que aceptar la invitación del partido ese, que el partido cristiano. Esa fue la parte que me dio. Digo, un partido cristiano solicitando, dándole la oportunidad a los que si quiere tomar la presidencia con el partido.
Oye, es que parte de la campaña va a ser Fireball para todo el mundo.
Ay, no, explícame una vaina. Ok, hey, disculpa, malentendido. Explícame una vaina.
Dale.
¿Cuál es el afán del dominicano hoy con la vaina de Fireball? ¿Eso es un enjuague vocal?
Yo no entiendo. Porque,
Explícame ese ching.
yo no entiendo. Yo estoy perdido con eso. Porque el Fireball no es nada nuevo.
Nada.
Eso está dando la vuelta por años. Y de un repente, no, todo el mundo con su Fireball. Que no, que necesito ese traguito.
Ese traguito que viene en una bolita.
No.
Que parece...
ese es el Buzzball.
Okay,
esa
buzzball.
vaina para matar.
Sí, es el Buzzball, sí, ¿verdad?
Eso, yeah.
¿Y el Fireball es cuál?
El Fireball es exactamente eso. ¿Sabe como el dulce que vendían aquí? El Fireball, pero con alcohol.
Pero que no tiene mucho alcohol, esa vaina no tiene mucho alcohol.
No. El chiquito que ellos usan no tiene mucho, pero tú te lo puedes comprar más grandecito.
Pero, loco, eso es como tú... oye, tomar Fireball es como tú coges... Número uno, si tú quieres más alcohol, búscate una botella de NyQuil en la farmacia, que eso te va a dar más potencia. Eso es número uno. Número dos, si tú quieres saber cómo sabe Fireball, tú lo que tienes que hacer es coger un enjuague vocal de eso, de Colgate, de Scope, lo que sea, y buscate uno que tiene la vaina de canela, y eso es lo que es Fireball. Sí. Fireball no es nada más que un enjuague vocal. Dejen su vaina. Pueblo dominicano, dejen su vaina.
De un día a otro, esa vaina, todo el mundo es pegado de eso. Porque cuando nosotros éramos jóvenes, yo veía esa vaina, eso es lo que sabía, como la menta esa de Fireball, que nada más pura canela con un chin de alcohol. Ahora, sí, yo lo he visto en los chiquitos, que a la gente le gusta dárselo, y yo, ¿verdad? No,
¿le gusta darle el chiquito?
No.
A ellos sí. A
no,
ellos sí, porque
muchachos. Tú estás hablando de los chamaquitos.
Le gusta
no. Oye,
espérate, los chamaquitos les gusta darle el chiquito.
Pero ellos se lo comen el chiquito ahora, dije que se la vaina. Exactamente. Hostia. Pues
no, oye.
Yo
hostia, tío.
Yo no entiendo.
El Fireball, yo vi hasta a los foques con una botella de esa vaina. Y después este tigre por lo menos sabe del meneo. El Fireball estaba aquí en los 2015, 16 por ahí. Un fenómeno. Y en menos de un año, cuando tú bebías esa vaina, eso es lo que era un enjuague. Yo dije, pero esta mierda, yo estoy gastando dinero para un enjuague vocal. Sí, y se desapareció. Ahora la gente que bebe eso lo relajan aquí, en los Estados Unidos. Pero allá en Dominicana, lo que la gente se están bebiendo esa vaina como que, mierda, loco, como que es una vaina, un casimigo, una vaina de eso.
Sí, es como cuando se hizo famoso el Four Locos.
También, así.
Sí, el Buzzball es casi así, como un Four Loco.
That's crazy.
Oh, man.
Que lo venden, aquí en la Florida lo venden hasta en la gasolinera, venden esa vaina.
Yeah.
Oye, déjame decirte lo que me acaba de saltar aquí. Para él ser un candidato serio, solamente necesita como 100,000 votos.
Está bien. Pero eso no quiere, coño, loco. Va a seguir con la misma vaina.
Brother, ¿tú no crees que hay 100,000 bobos?
Sí.
Yo te puedo decir que hay 500,000. Pero cuando llega la vaina seria, la gente no va a votar.
Puede llegar.
Oye,
él solamente
yo te voy a
necesita esos votos para entrar a ese partido.
Te voy a dar un dato como tú diste ahorita. yo estoy dispuesto a decir que un 60% de lo que siguen a los foques quizá hasta no votan.
Ok, ahora coge esos 60, mira el número que tiene a los foques que lo están siguiendo y dime cuál es el número de los 60%.
Mi hermano,
Bueno,
Vamos,
pero
vamos a ver, vamos a ver.
abriéndote un YouTube y siguiendo a un streamer, es diferente que tú tengas tu cédula, tus papeles y que tengas que ir a un
yeah,
edificio a votar. Come on, man.
sí. Sí, no, la cosa es que la mayoría, bueno, 1% de la gente que estaban viendo el reality que él estaba haciendo eran de otro país,
Claro.
pero a él tiene, como le dicen, following allá en la República. Ella hay mucha gente, de los
Claro, tiene
jovencitos
su
hasta los
fanático.
viejitos, tiene su fanático.
Sí.
Y
Oye,
si,
ok,
y si muchos pueden votar, tal vez voten por él. Pero él tiene la misma oportunidad que los otros candidatos. Porque mira quién está ahí, mira con quién él va a tener que pelear, diga con Leonel, ¿no verdad?
Mire, yo creo que, no,
Exactamente.
yo creo que el hijo de Leonel es que está corriendo. No estoy
Oh,
seguro,
ok.
pero
Pero todavía,
supuestamente.
todavía.
Bueno,
Sí, va a ser interesante eso, bien
bueno,
interesante.
yo no puedo hablar porque aquí en los Estados Unidos tenemos un presidente que fue una estrella de reality TV.
Ujú.
Y ese maldito loco ahora anda por ahí acabando con medio mundo, robándose todos los cuartos y la gasolina está a casi $4. Y la gente dice que no, este tigre va a ser el cambio que necesita el país, que no es político, que es diferente y estamos en la misma vaina que siempre. Así que si los extranjeros, si el pueblo dominicano no aprende que a veces tú tienes poniendo un tipo que no es político en una posición así, no te va a resultar en lo que tú crees simplemente porque no es un político.
Ujú.
I don't know, digo yo. Yo estoy tirándote ahí, yo estoy
Bueno,
diciendo que
ahora la buena pregunta es, si vamos a decir que él gana,
a los
¿quiénes
foques.
son? Sí, vamos a decir que él gana. ¿Quiénes son, como dicen aquí, su administración? ¿Quiénes son
Oh, ok.
esa gente?
el
El
otro
doctor
tipo que está,
Nastra, eh, eh,
La fruta.
la fruta, tú estos tigres, ¿quién
Carlos
más?
Montejiu. Eh,
Todito el grupito de él.
porque,
Imagínate.
porque esa es la gran
Topo
pregunta.
Point.
Y si le sale el lápiz.
No, el lápiz no quiere saber de a los foques. Ese tigre sí no
No.
quiere
so,
saber.
entonces
No,
sería Bullying 47.
Bullying 47.
Oh, sí. Yo creo que
Con,
él ha pasado por la
Secretario,
casa.
secretario de qué sé yo qué, Bullying
ah,
47.
espérate, pero el Alfa no es amiguito de él también.
Sí, yo creo
Bueno,
que sí. Yeah.
¿tú estás seguro? Porque yo pensaba que ellos tuvieron como ¿cómo es la palabra que le dicen falling out? Como
Eh,
que se separaron un poquito después de la
sí.
última producción que hizo, porque él como que se desvió y se enfocó más en los extranjeros y dejó a los foques en lo suyo. Yo no
Yo no
creo que
sé.
sean tan buen amigos como eran antes, creo yo, según lo que he visto, porque yo no soy
Pero
ningún farandulero tampoco.
ten cuidado lo que tú dices, porque si vas a Santo Domingo te funan, te va para la cárcel
Oye,
Bueno,
yo creo
por
que el
hablar de esa
Alfa
vaina.
tuvo una pelea de boxeo ahí con uno de la gente de la
¿quién?
casa. El Alfa, yo creo. Yo
¿Fue el
sé que
Alfa?
habían
No,
sí,
fue otro tigre, uno que se llama Toxic Crow,
Toxic Crow.
peleó en una
Yo,
vaina.
sí,
¿ustedes
no,
saben quién es Toxic
pero
Crow?
yo creo que el Alfa también, porque fueran como tres cartas de boxeo que tenían. Unos jovencitos que son que se están moviendo en el mundo profesional, el Toxic Crow y el
Oh,
gallo.
uno que se llama Christian Casablanca también estaba ahí.
Ajá,
Ok,
ajá.
ok, yeah. Oye, ya hace mucho que yo no escucho una canción de Toxic Crow.
Toxic
Ustedes
Crow
nunca,
estaba aquí en Orlando cuando yo fui a ver a Gillo Sarante y Orosorio y
tú lo
todos esos tigres.
escuchaste, tú lo escuchaste.
Yo lo escuché un poquito. Es que no es mi tipo tú ves, no es no es mi vía de música que me interesa a mí. No es hablar mal, porque yo entiendo que eso es lo que le gusta a la gente. Yo soy un viejo de casi 50 años que me gusta mi música tradicional. Yo lo que me gustaría es ver la juventud crear nuevas ideas para que la música dominicana, que es bachata y merengue, siga en alto y que tengamos nuevas estrellas femeninas y masculinos. Tú ves, nuevo Ale Bueno. Bueno, Ale Bueno nadie lo va a replicar. Pero diciendo que estrellas en la música sería un palo.
Espérate, sí, puede ver otro Alex Bueno.
Sí. Bueno,
puede
sí.
ver otro Alex Bueno. Solamente ponme a hablar con este tipo, con Alajazá. Yo le saco el álbum.
Alajazá. Hey, ¿qué está pasando con Echo?
No
Se
sé.
le fue la luz.
Oye,
el Echo
vieron...
se encuentra. Dime.
Dale.
No. Habla,
que Alajazá, yo creo que fue la semana pasada, hizo un concierto pequeñito en live. Estaba bien. Todavía no canta, pero estaba bien.
La banda, porque te dije que Alajazá, para mí, ¿ok? No hablando mal ni nada, pero para mí Alajazá es un tremendo músico, pero de cantar, no para mí. A mí el que me gusta que canta mucho es Dayan el Apechao, que le hizo el merengue que pegó ¿cómo se llama el tipo? El Bad Bunny. El merengue ese que pegó Bad Bunny fue una producción, fue hecha por Dayan el Apechao. El problema de Dayan el Apechao es que Dayan el Apechao no escribe ni lee música. Él es, ¿cómo que le dicen? Autodacta. Hay una palabra, no lo voy a intentar. O sea que aprendió a tocar música simplemente
por el oído.
Por el oído.
Sí.
Él no sabe ni leer ni escribir música.
Pero
es un tremendo talento.
No, pero eso no para el músico que sabe su música.
Exactamente, eso es lo que yo iba a decir.
Sí,
brother.
pero dime.
No, ¿qué tú ibas a decir?
No, que para mí yo lo considero como uno de los jóvenes con mucho talento que debe brillar, pero no le dan sus flores, no le ponen en la televisión.
Okay.
Pues tú tienes sujeto. Sujeto era o rapero, o dembocero, o merenguero. Yo lo vi ahí cantando un merengue ahí que era casi como una salsa o algo así el otro día. Yo dije, ahora está metido mucho en las redes, haciendo entrevistas él mismo y cosas. ¿Quién más estamos hablando ahí? Muchos de los jóvenes se han ido. Moreno Negrón, ¿dónde está Moreno Negrón? Bueno, de ahí que salió cosas. Pero para mí, Dayan el Apechao es el que puede llegar a ser casi un Ramón Orlando de lo nuevo ahora. El problema es que no sabe, no escribe ni.
Pero eso no importa, brother. Yo, para mí, personalmente, yo no creo que tú necesariamente tienes que leer música para ser un músico o hacer un arreglo. Todo está en la cabeza. Él a lo mejor no sabe ir a la tecla de que, un G flat, un C sharp, por lo que sea, pero él te puede dar la melodía que tiene en la cabeza y decirte, ok, yo quiero que vaya, y entonces le puede dar a todos los músicos todo vocal, porque lo tiene en la cabeza.
Bueno, también no es tanto que él no sepa los instrumentos, es el sonido que cada tecla en un piano te da. Si él te oye algo que tú se lo tocas por 3 o 4 minutos, va que te lo replica en un piano, una guitarra, lo que sea. Sí, después de ahí, trabajando con otros músicos, pueden buscar y hacer, como le dicen, el sheet music.
El sheet music, yeah.
Ajá.
Eso.
Pero
eso no,
ese talento de que tú oyes algo y de una vez comienzas a tocarlo, si no te lo enseñan o tú no te lo aprendes, son mucha gente que lo tienen de talento, que nada más te oyen algo y, sí, yo sé lo que es eso, míralo ahí. También sacando eso de la cabeza y después poniéndolo, pasando por un instrumento para uno oírlo. Sí. No es fácil. A la misma vez, hay músicos que viven atrapados en su sistema, en lo que me enseñaron en la escuela, que lo otro, que cuando tú le dices, ven, vamos a salir de esa cajita y vamos de este lado a ver si tú puedes. Y muchos no pueden.
Sí.
y muchos no pueden. Y se saben leer de todo, y se saben leer la teoría de arriba para abajo, la historia, pero cuando viene ese instante a ser creador, es diferente.
Brother, yo he cantado en sitios donde los músicos no han sabido leer música y le dicen, oye, vamos, hacen un conteo como con el bajo, de que el 3, 2, 1, lo que sea, y el músico ya sabe para dónde, y solamente, ¿en qué tono va a ser? Ok, ya, y le dan para adelante. Y no es que sepan leer música, lo hace todo de oído, brother.
Sí, no, eso es. Para muchos músicos, hasta cuando uno va aprendiendo, después de un rato, el instructor tuyo, el que te va enseñando, te quita la música, te quita sus papeles y te dice toca.
O sea, que lo hagas sin tú verlo.
Sin tú verlo, porque si tú ves, y más en el merengue, la mayoría de esos músicos tienen la música delante de ellos. No. Eso por tanto, bueno, de ahí viene la práctica. Tú lo pones en práctica, lo ensayas, después de un rato tú botas esos papeles y tú lo vas tocando. Ahora después tú le pones tu sentido. Que así como Alex Bueno y Sergio Vargas, muchos de ellos que tienen eso estilo y le ponen su alma a la música. Algunas veces eso no viene de lo que se escribe en el papel. Eso viene de esos mismos músicos. No, y trabajando con buenos músicos te pueden decir,
mira,
no,
si ustedes me permiten. No, sigue hablando, que estoy escuchándote.
No, tú me dijiste que si ustedes me permiten.
Sí, eso estamos
no.
hablar.
Por favor. No, la cosa es dependiendo el músico y con quién estás trabajando.
Sí, exactamente.
Así mismito, uno de los más famosos músicos del mundo, Paul McCartney, que hasta en entrevistas le ha peleado a gente. ¿Qué tú me estás diciendo a mí? Que yo no soy nadie porque no puedo leer la música. Pero yo nada más te digo aquí, esta nota, de aquí que vamos. Y ahí arrancamos. Y se ha hecho.
Mira, aquí tengo para que escuchen un poquito de Dayan tocando.
Pero recuérdate, si toca 2 minutos, olvídate. Cogiste eso de YouTube, brother. Si nos bloquean es por este video.
Es verdad.
Claro.
10 segundos.
Eso ni fue 10 segundos, eso fue como media hora, brother.
No, qué coño, loco, tú se exagerado. No, yo te puse eso. Dime.
¿Tuviste la técnica del piano? Hace años que no se escucha un pianista así en el merengue.
Eso que te estoy diciendo, el tipo tiene talento.
Él se sabe ese instrumento muy bien.
Sí.
Su técnica no es de pianista. Se le ve que no cogió instrucción, pero ese hombre se sabe dónde están todos esos soniditos.
Sí.
Y sabe llegarse para allá. Eso es talento.
Sí,
eso es talento.
Él se sabe las notas y cómo van juntas, solamente que no te puede leer un papel y decir, esta es G, esta es B, ¿me entiendes? Pero él se sabe las teclas y el sonido. No. So, ese tipo, vamos a decir, te puede decir, ok, si yo toco el piano así, oye, la trompeta, saxofón,
del mismo piano le está dando la nota. Del mismo piano se la está dando, nada más lo que los músicos tienen que seguir lo de ellos, pero ojalá que nunca aprenda a leer música o meterse en vainas así, porque quién sabe si se le daña ese talento.
Sí. No, yo tengo una teoría.
¿Usted me entiende?
Yo tengo una teoría. En esa misma entrevista, él decide, él le preguntan, ¿quiénes son tus lo que te inspiraron a tocar el piano. Ramón Orlando, él dijo, no, yo te voy a ser sincero, yo nunca he sido fan de Ramón Orlando, no porque no tiene talento, es porque de mi edad hay como un espacio entre la música donde yo me crié a los tiempos de Ramón Orlando. Yo me imagino, aquí en la República Dominicana siempre se ha dicho que los merengueros de antes no ayudan a los merengueros de ahora, y por eso que hay hay una desconexión entre ambos. Y yo me pregunto si él con ese comentario quizás algunas personas lo cogieron como de una forma fea, no fea, pero como irrespetuosa hacia el maestro, y quizá por eso que tú no lo escuchas mucho en la televisión dominicana como otros merengueros. Creo eso soy yo inventándomela, pero me pregunto, ¿es posible que eso suceda? Porque contra ese tipo tiene un talento de su madre, y eso tú escuchaste ahí segundos de música, imagínate un concierto entero de ese tipo. Digo yo, pero Eco, ¿cómo tú estás, mi hermano?
Todo bien. Quería yo decir que me gustaría saber lo que piensa Ramón Orlando sobre
él ha dicho cosas muy buenas de él.
¿Sí?
Yo te la busco la semana que viene. Él ha dicho cosas muy buenas de él.
¿Cómo le sonaría a un maestro como Ramón Orlando la técnica de ese tipo?
Y hay otro por ahí. Hay un video del hijo, yo se lo envié a ustedes, el hijo de Ramón Orlando, que es un matatán con el piano también.
¿Sí?
Y yo le mandé, yo lo tengo, pero no, como tú dijiste, yo no quiero subirlo porque si me van a meter en problemas y viene este tigre a hablar vaina de que soy yo que estoy dañando.
Es que tú siempre nos bloqueas.
No, porque si tú te vas a poner con tu mierda, yo no bajo ser tu amiguito.
Enemiguito, no me hable.
Estamos hablando como Roy Tabaré y Sergio Vargas. Loco, te perdiste la semana pasada. Había una pelea grande entre Roy Tabaré y Sergio Vargas tirándose fuerte.
Tú sabes que yo vi esa controversia de cuando vi algunos clips del funeral del maestro Alex Bueno, que le estaba preguntando a algunos artistas qué es lo que piensan sobre lo que dijo Sergio Vargas, y yo nunca investigué lo que dijo Sergio Vargas sobre Alex Bueno y sobre la vida que él llevaba, algo así.
Brother, te lo voy a resumir. Sergio Vargas dijo, oye, él era un tecato y por eso se murió de cáncer.
Well, wow.
¿Tú me entiendes? Lo que no se dice. No se dice.
No sé, son palabras que son media fuertes porque, mira, algo que yo sé de los craqueros, de los crackheads. Yo conozco crackheads que han vivido 10,000 años y tú lo ves. Yo he visto crackheads cuando yo estaba chiquito que todavía están vivos por ahí sin dientes y vaina, pero están ahí. Entonces no sé si eso es, no sé si eso es algo que es como honesto. No sé si sería verdad que una persona tenga cáncer porque fuman crack.
La cosa es que después que uno...
permíteme. No, dale tú primero, ¿verdad? Perdón que yo te interrumpí.
Mira, la cosa es que después de una edad, el viejo le da lo que yo digo en inglés, vocaloria, diarrea de la boca. Lo que piensa solamente lo suelta, ¿me entiendes? Y él no tuvo el tacto de quedarse callado. El tipo se acaba de morir diciendo nada, que él usaba droga. No, eso no se hace, brother.
Mira.
Él murió por producto del desorden de una vida que él no debió llevar.
Por eso es que Sergio Vargas se tiene que cepillar los dientes.
Sí, porque mira, Sergio Vargas siempre tú lo ves con un tabaco, y eso tú puedes decir también que eso es algo que un vicio o un hábito que puede perjudicar la salud de él.
Sí, entonces cuando él muera y le dé cáncer.
No, eso estaba fuera de fuera de serie, fuera de como de
o sea, que era inapropiado
inapropiado.
usar esa palabra. Sí.
Gracias, que tú sabes que el español.
Ahí, oye, ahí estaba, no, qué sé yo. Oye, ahí estaba el hermano ahí estaba Kaki Vargas, el hermano, hablando de eso. Le preguntaron y él dijo, mira, mi hermano, yo sé que mi hermano es medio boca suelta, pero al fin yo creo que él se siente muy mal, que él no debió decirlo. Yo no apoyo lo que él dice, pero yo sí apoyo a mi hermano y yo sé que Alex Bueno, si hubiera estado aquí, perdona a Alex, porque mi hermano lo ha dicho que su favorito. Alex Bueno ha dicho que su favorito merenguero es Sergio Vargas y Sergio Vargas lo ha dicho 20,000 veces. Todas cosas buenas.
Parte de eso también es que nosotros vimos que Alex Bueno sí tenía sus vicios, tenía su problema, pero batalló y venció. Porque Sergio nunca habló de eso. Que sí, él tenía su problema, pero mira, se superó y por 10 años pasó su vida sana. Eso fue parte de los comentarios. ¿Por qué no hablaron? ¿Por qué no habló de eso?
Porque ya está viejo, ya le sale la mierda por la boca.
A mí,
sí, todo el mundo sabe de esa parte, que Sergio Vargas tiene esa boquita suelta y dice cosas a veces que pone a uno, la gente se quillan y bueno, ya tú sabes. Señores, un saludito antes de terminar aquí, un saludito al chamaquito que está en la República Dominicana gozándose su tour. Su tour.
Ten cuidado, que ustedes hablan mucho para el chamaquito.
¿Verdad? Él estaba él estaba por el norte, por el lado de Jánico, por ahí, estaban en La Vega, oye, hablando de Sergio Vargas, pasaron por Villa Altagracia, hoy estaban en Cabrera, y yo creo que van para Samaná, si no me equivoco.
Donde están los prietos.
Así que, sabes, un saludito al chamaquito que está allá, que
pero
nos
no
dijo la
hable
semana
mucho.
pasada que nosotros hablamos demasiado.
No hable mucho.
En plena grabación nos dijo de que no, es que esos tigres hablan demasiado. Bueno, algunos comentarios antes de yo cerrar el segmento, el malentendido.
Dígame.
¿Algún comentario?
No, a mí, bueno, no hay mucho, ¿no? Da
Dios
pena
todo
bueno, para mí da mucha pena saber que un gran artista, que uno se crió con él, oyéndolo, y usted sabe que de una vida hermosa, porque tuvo su familia, venció lo más feo de esta vida, de este mundo, y bueno, da mucha pena que él falleció así, bajo descanso. También para mí, con la cosa de Alofoque, vamos a ver cómo sale esa programación. Vamos a ver cómo sale eso.
O sea que es un show.
Es que eso es un show, muchachos. Tú no ves que tienen la tarima y todo.
Qué bueno.
Dígame una palabra de sabiduría suya.
Bien.
No tengo ahora. Vuelve, que te voy a tirar.
Vuelve. Echo, usted se perdió en la mitad del show porque se le fue la luz allá en Jarabacoa. Y quiero preguntarle algunas palabras para cerrar el segmento de lo clásico.
Yo.
Sí, dite cualquier vaina que te dé la gana.
Señores,
háblame de jabón de cuava si tú quieres, dile.
Señores, hay que cuidar la salud mental de uno. Señores, con tanta vaina que está pasando en el mundo, traten de mantenerse quietos, humildes y tranquilos, y pongan la paz sobre todo, que la felicidad no es todo. Uno a veces no puede garantizar que uno va a estar feliz todos los días, uno va a estar feliz siempre, pero si uno tiene paz en su vida, uno está bien. Así que para toda mi gente por ahí, yo sé que muchas cosas están pasando en el mundo, pero quédense tranquilos, señores, crean en Dios y nada, y manténganse heavy.
Oh, usted dijo que lo dejen de último. ¿Qué quiere decir usted al mundo? Dígale algo. Usted está leyendo ahí. ¿Está comiendo?
No, estoy buscando una foto que acabo de ver,
Esa fue.
pero espérate, no esa. Pero bueno, esto es lo que iba a decir. Señores, antes de ustedes votar por alguien,
Anda,
por
papito.
favor, haga su diligencia. Porque si ustedes ponen a los foques de presidente, se jodieron. Ya, con eso termino.
Bueno, señores, se acabó el programa. Ya no hay nada que hacer. Vamos cortando. Estos tigres tienen sueño. Esta semana estamos patrocinados por Blistex, Lávalo Bembe. Lo primero que nos dejen 5 comentarios abajo, yo le envío una vainita de a su casa. Así que los primeros 5 que dejen su comentario, yo le voy a escribo y le mando una botellita de esto, la grasa o la manteca, como usted quiera. Que Dios me lo bendiga siempre. Gracias por seguirnos, dale like, suscríbete. Sigan a estos molondrones que andan conmigo, que ellos son buena gente y sobre todo ganaron los Knicks.
Knicks en 5, Knicks en 5.
El que quiera su vainita de Blistex, comentarios.
What the fuck, TV?